So I love this this kind of subalpine tundra kind of thing going on here. When you get up high enough, it gets into the mossy kind of plants and things like that. And one of the reasons I like it is because it opens up to the views. And you can kind of navigate around in it, but it's surprising how much when you get into little patches like this, just little trees, but they're all pretty tangly. I've just been navigating it only a short distance from that boulder field. Was nice and open. Had to watch my step and all, but then it wasn't too bad. But then once I get into here, this stuff is gnarly. I think once I get up in there, it opens up a little bit and there's kind of a, well, maybe not. It looks like there's kind of a ridge that I might be able to follow. But once I get high enough, I'll break free of all this. Wonder if I can find a cleaner route down, because this is pretty tangly. But I don't really mind. This is what I'm here for. So there's that. And I'm on the sun side. Sun's going down, so I won't have it forever. But as long as I keep going up, I'll be with it for, I'll be able to extend my stay with it at least. I got out of the shrubby stuff, kind of opening up a little bit, as long as I stay out of the low areas. So we still got, every now and then, but yeah, opens up here, and then it only gets higher, although it might dip over here, I don't know. I don't actually know where I'm going. I mean, I'm going up this hill, hanging out with sunlight, but that's kind of my only thing, so kind of just exploring, seeing what's up here. I like all the different variations in the terrain. Oh yeah, see, like, yeah, so just fun to wander around. I love all these different kinds of mosses and the subalpine tundra goodness. It's always good company. So I just came up over this this little thing here onto this flat section. It's crazy quiet up here now. I mean, it was quiet before, but there's like a stream creek thing down where these two angles meet. So it's fun listening to that, but it's cool when you break out and just silence like this. Especially with these views. Spotted a good clump of that reindeer lichen, I think it's called, or it's at least one of the names of it. Oh, here's some blueberries. A little late in the season, but fun to see them anyway. These crowberries right here. Those ones aren't the best, but they aren't too bad. They're not my favorite berry, but they're very plentiful up here. And even late season like this, it's actually the frost that makes the sugars do something, so they get a little sweeter. So if I am going to eat them, I prefer to eat them later in the season like this. Yeah, here's some of that reindeer lichen. So this spot that I'm at here is a little higher in elevation, so and it's up in these mountains, obviously. So so there's snow here down in the valley. We still haven't got a permanent snow that's sticking. So part of me keeps wanting to be down there because I'm not a huge fan of the winter. But I really like it up here and in this openness. Because if I go down there, I can wander around in the forests and that kind of thing, which is cool, and I like to get into that. But I want to be up here right now, so, and it's still plenty accessible, like the snow isn't crazy deep anywhere. And as long as you're on the sun-facing sides, there's a lot of open, like no snow areas. Go over here, it's a little different. Dramatically colder in the shadows too, so I'm sticking in the sun. Today's a little bit of a warmer day, in the 40s. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm hanging out up here because I like this area, just kind of wandering over these boulder fields and hanging out here with the sound of the water and those occasional low spots where there's like total silence. Enjoying this. And won't be too long before the snow starts to come, and I'll be shifting gears as far as how I'm getting out and about. But for now, I'm gonna hang out with this. So I kind of got I came up from the road that traces this little valley here, and but I came up way over that way and came up, and I've kind of been running this line out of curiosity, and I think I'm going to keep doing that because it's fun. But that means I'm getting farther and farther away from where my car is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep going this way until I feel like it, and then hook back down to the road and run the road back. So I dropped my pack for a little bit and just kind of hung out with the silence and these views. It's pretty nice. And now I'm gonna come over. See, I got this kind of ledge here. No matter where I go up along this, eventually I gotta pop that ledge. I'm gonna go check it out now, see what I got to work with as far as my connection back to the road. And see if I want to just drop this or wander up here and drop back. I don't know. Got options. It's getting a little cooler. Sun's getting lower, but not too bad. I don't really want to drop off there. That doesn't seem fun to me. Nothing wrong with it. But I think what I'm thinking is, I know up here eventually there's a trail that comes up off from the road, and it'll meet me up here higher where I am. So kind of thinking up, trying to go this way far enough until I join up with that trail, and then maybe following it back to the road, walking the cold shadow back. So I think it's getting about time that I gotta leave the sunlight. It's always hard, but I gotta start heading back. One of the funny things about wandering around like this is this situation here. So I found the road, right? That's easy enough. It just runs this whole thing. But what I don't remember is if my car is that way, like around that corner, or if it is that way, just around that corner. I think I'm actually close because of this situation. I'm kind of guessing that way, but yeah, it's one of those situations. It's not too bad though, because I know some landmarks that way, that if I get too far that way, I know that I gotta come back this way. So not a big deal, more just funny. It's definitely colder in the shadows. Still pretty though. Okay, I'm gonna, well, actually, I'm gonna peek over that little thing right there. There's a chance that my car is right there. Like right there. So I'll check that. And then otherwise, I want to check behind that boulder. That's what I'll do. So that was not where it was. Yeah. I think it's this way. I found it. Only took 2 tries. It's not too bad. Although there's only 2 directions, so I guess that's the worst it could be. Still not too bad. So one thing that's kind of cool about going up with the sunlight into the mountain like that, or up the mountainside, is that as long as I, like since I left when I did, let's see, then I still get sunlight down in the valley. So heading home now, it's all shadowy. Sun is done in this little spot, but I'm going to be coming around this mountain that's blocking the sun, because the sun still has time in the sky. But yeah, so kind of nice to spend time with the sunlight up here, these mountain views and all this quietness, good stuff, and then be able to drive back and hang in the sun just for a little bit longer.